What's up YouTube, it's Coach Kyle and welcome back to another video.
You know that I'm next up, trying to be the best of my confidence, been making me bigger from the neck up. Doing this a sport, when I drop, need my press. If I won't ever stop till I'm on top, I can't mess up, yeah.
What's up YouTube and welcome back to Coach Kyle. Today I'm bringing you a match preview for the upcoming West London derby of Fulham against Chelsea at Craven Cottage. Chelsea are coming into this one off the back of a 1-0 win against Brighton in the Carabao Cup. Nicholas Jackson scoring, and it was nice for Chelsea to get back to winning ways, even if it was just in the cup. But we need to carry on that form now into the league, get 3 points in our next 2 games against Fulham and against Burnley, and hopefully close the gap and maybe try get into the top half of the table before the international break. And once we come back from the international break, we have a big hard run in against Arsenal, Tottenham, Man City, Man United, Brentford, Newcastle, all the top teams. So we really need to pick up a bit of form before we head into that run if we're going to stand any chance of picking up any points and not battling relegation this season. The cup game midweek was probably not what we've seen from Chelsea so far this season. We didn't really dominate the game. Brighton, who you could consider a much better team at the minute, had the most of the possession, dominated in the first half, and it wasn't until the second half where things started to click a bit for Chelsea, which kind of makes sense as we were playing a well-rotated team with Cucurella at right back, Chilwell left back. We had Matson at right wing, Cole Palmer starting at cam, 3 left backs on the pitch after not playing a left back almost all season. But it seemed to do the job anyway. We also had another goal that was disallowed for offside, but due to having no VAR in the Carabao Cup, they couldn't check to see that it was actually onside, and it would have been a nice 2-0 victory and a double for Nicholas Jackson, who is sadly suspended for this game against Fulham tonight. But hopefully the win gives Chelsea a bit of momentum, start some of the players that played well during midweek and continue on from where we left off. I thought Cucurella had a good game at right back, covering since we have no Malo Gusto suspended and Reece James is out through injury. Then playing Colwell as centre back where he should be playing, he looked much more comfortable, had a good game. Mainly our attacking players looked a lot brighter in this game, where we had Matson on the right wing, Cole Palmer at cam, and Mudryk on the left. Mudryk, after now starting 3 games, looks a lot brighter, starting to really get into his stride, and hopefully he starts again tonight against Fulham and can add a goal or assist to his tally, which he's just been missing lately. He's had the good movement, the good link-ups, but just that final pass hasn't come off for him, or that final bit, the final shot, the final pass, stuff like that. So he just, hopefully his confidence is growing and he'll get there soon enough. The Cole Palmer really impressed me. He looks like the creative spark that we've been missing over the last few weeks, playing without a cam, and I would like to see him start again for this game, hopefully continue on the momentum. And then Matson played really well, but I'm not too sure. Chilwell picked up an injury in the game against Brighton near the end and had to come off, so we'll have to do a bit of shuffling. I don't know what player is going to be playing at left back, or what player, if it's going to be Matson, if it's going to be Cucurella, if it's going to be Colwell again. We'll have to see. We'll get into that when I say in my predicted lineup. But yeah, coming into this one against Fulham now, Fulham have been kind of average so far throughout the season. They're sitting in 12th position, 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. You know, not really, you couldn't really expect much more from them, to be honest. They're just playing how you'd expect them, especially after losing Mitrovic, who was such a key player to them. But Chelsea, West London derby, we finished below all the West London clubs last year with our 12th place finish, so hopefully we don't repeat that again this season and we can go into this, beat Fulham, get our confidence back. Usually Fulham aren't a challenge for us, even though we're technically rivals. Over the years we've fairly dominated this fixture, but they have 1 win in the last 5, if not more than that. So it should be if we're back to being normal Chelsea, then it should be a formality, hopefully. Both teams are coming into this with a fair few injuries. Chelsea with probably double the amount of Fulham, but still Fulham have a fair few themselves, five or six, likes of Calvin Bassey, Adebayo, Adama Traore, Kenny Tete. So missing a few big players there, but they still have a fairly decent team that they should have enough strength to give us a game. Picking now my starting lineup for this game, my predicted lineup, I'm going to go with Sanchez in goal. It was very shaky against Brighton in midweek. You would have thought he was still playing for Brighton the way he kept finding their players from our goal kicks, especially the one where he passed it straight to João Pedro, who, if he had a bit more composure, would have just slotted it home, and it could have been a very different result. But he played well against Aston Villa last weekend, so hopefully keep faith with him and he should repay us, please God, once he doesn't take too many chances out of the back. Then at right back, I'm going to go with Cucurella. He played there midweek against Brighton. Barely gave Matoma a sniff, to be fair. Once or twice he got past him and looked dangerous, but Cucurella covered well, defended well, and kept him quiet for the most part. So I'd like to start him there again. He played there, played well, so there's no point trying something different and seeing if that works. So Cucurella played there. We know it worked last game, so try it again. Hopefully it works again. Then as centre backs, I think we'll bring Thiago Silva back in for this one at left centre back with Disasi at right centre back. Disasi played midweek. Silva had a rest, mainly due to his age. He can't be playing every 3 or 4 days. So I think he'd be well able to come back into this one fully fit, ready to lead this back line again. He's had a couple of mistakes this season, but it's Thiago Silva. He's a legend of the game. You know, form is temporary, class is permanent. So he goes in there. And then Disasi, not my favourite player. If it was different circumstances, I would play Silva and Colwell, but due to having no left backs or right backs pretty much available, I'm going to have to play Disasi at right centre back, and then at left back I'm going to go with Pochettino's idea that he's had all season, which we had options in the first few games to play Chilwell, play Cucurella, play Maatsen at left back, and now we're in a position where we actually have no real other choice but to play Colwell there, like Poch has been doing all season. So hopefully he's well used to playing there at this stage and he can have a decent game. Then in the CDMs double pivot, I'd like to play Caicedo and Enzo. It's our strongest double pivot. They've barely played together since we signed them. It's all we talked about all summer. Enzo Caicedo, Caicedo Enzo, how good it would be, how much they complement each other, the balance. So I finally want to see it in a game, and hopefully he'll do it tonight. Then at Cam, I want Cole Palmer. He played a brilliant game last game against Brighton, got an assist, could have had another one, and he just looked like our biggest creative spark so far this season. You know, signing from Man City, you can see he's been learning on the Pep the last couple of years of his career, and I think he can make a big impact in this team. Then at right wing, didn't start last game, didn't play great against Aston Villa, Raheem Sterling, but he's probably been one of our best attackers all season. He's probably our top goal scorer, so he starts on the right wing after being rested. And then on the left, I'm going to go for Mudryk again. This will be his 4th game in a row starting, and you can just see his confidence building and the momentum picking up, and his performances are getting better and better. So hopefully he can play again, be effective, get a goal or assist, and we get a win. And then up top, there's a bit of a difficult decision. Broja is only coming back from injury. Nicholas Jackson is suspended. We have David Washington, and we also have, maybe we could do a different option, playing a false 9 with the likes of Sterling or Cole Palmer or someone like that. But for me, I think Broja had 20 minutes against Villa, 20 minutes against Brighton. he should be able to at least play about 60 in this game, and then if depending on his situation, his fatigue, how he's feeling physically, then you can take him off near the end of the game, and we can change either to one of the wingers up front, or even bring on David Washington, who's still around the squad in the youth team that we signed in the summer for 20 million from Brazil. So we could give him a run and see what he's made of. But I think Brozier should be the one starting in this game, and I'd like to see him back. He's had a few bright moments since coming back from injury, but still not too many expectations on him, as it was a very bad injury. He was out for almost the whole season last season. But I'd like to see him get back into the team, get his fitness back, and hopefully score a few goals. You know, he has the physicality, the speed. He's a good finisher. Similarities to Diego Costa. Got the number 19 now, so we'll see what he's got. Score prediction for this one, going to be another tight one. I'd say again, not many goals. I'm going to go hopefully for I went for a 2-0 loss in the last game against Brighton, and we won. But I'm not going to go for a loss in this one. I'm confident. Hopefully we get the momentum, keep going, keep improving. I want a 1-0 win away to Fulham, and Mudryk to score the goal. That would be perfect. That would be happy enough for me. And unfortunately, I'm only going to catch the second or first half, one of the halves tonight, because it's a late kickoff and I'm in work late, so I'll have to pick and choose which one I want to see, the first or the second half. Probably head up to work early and then watch the second half before I head in, just because there's usually more action in the second half. So we'll see what it's all about. So yeah, 8 p.m. kickoff, Craven Cottage, live on Sky Sports. Frank Lampard's doing the Monday Night Football, so that'd be interesting to watch as well, and see what questions they ask him and what answers he gives about the situation at Chelsea, especially near the end of last season. So yeah, that'd be good to see. If you like this video, please drop a like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Peace out.